that I just love, and it's really sentimental to me. This song, and then the song Joy, which is on our first hymn CD, which I probably have gotten the most emails about, saying, you don't sound very joyful when you're singing that Joy song. And I imagine this is what they're taking. And I understand where they're coming from, but these songs were both written in a period of grief for me. Roll Over Me I actually wrote the night that I learned my dad had gotten cancer. And Joy I rewrote the night that I actually lost my dad to cancer. And so that was about 4 months apart. And it's a tough season of loss, and I still miss my dad. It's been 4 years. I mean, I think loss kind of sticks with us in a way. It's not something we forget, but it's something we kind of learn how to live with and how we shape the rest of the perspective of our lives around it. And so Roll Over Me, I remember we were in Houston, that's where I grew up, and my dad told Reed and I that he had cancer, and we talked about it for a while, and I was just really overwhelmed, and I was really, really sad. And so I walked down to the piano room where I'd grown up playing, and after we kind of talked for a couple hours, and sometimes as a songwriter, songs just come to you. It's like they're pre-packaged, and they get to your brain, and they come right out your mouth and your hands, and it's there. And that's how it kind of was with both of these songs. I remember I was playing the keys, and my tears were hitting the keys, and it just came to me, and it was, so roll over me, I'll just sing down, I'll just sing down to the bottom of the sea. I'll just be here, I'll just be here. Because I remember just feeling like sinking to the bottom of the ocean and not really ever coming back up. And I know that can sound a little overly dramatic, but I'm an artist, and it's my license to be overly dramatic. I ended up not finishing that song. The chorus came to me that night. I didn't finish it until a year later, and I was in Nashville, and I was co-writing for The Ship in the Sea, and it was the first time I had traveled without Reed and Dan, and I was sitting at this cafe, and it was 2 months shy of Reed and I getting married, and I started thinking about food, even though I was eating food, because I love food, and I think about it all the time. And I was thinking how my dad wouldn't be around to make his traditional Arabic wedding rice for the wedding. And it just kind of hit me, and I started bawling. And I'm not like one of those women in films where she actually gets prettier as she cries. Like, I get really gross, and like snot is hanging from my nose, and everyone around me gets really uncomfortable because I'm making really weird noises, and it's just awkward all the way around. And so I got up from the cafe and I left, and I decided I needed to process, and so I took a walk, and I had no idea where I was going, and I ended up at this cathedral about a mile down the road. And I just had this thing with those spaces. I love the flying buttresses, I love the stained glass. I was an art major, which is why I know the word buttress. But and it just feels like a space that's quiet and reverent, a space where you can maybe sit and think. And I actually remember trying to pray and not really feeling like I was getting anywhere, to be honest. And at the end of the cathedral was this piano. It was a 9-foot grand piano, and I've always wanted to play one of those in a cathedral, just because you think it's going to sound beautiful. But you have the sense that if you're not of the cloth, like you should not touch the keys, you know, like it's only for the sisters and the fathers and the Pope, if you were to come through and wanted to play the piano, I guess. I mean, maybe he plays, so who knows. But I walked right down. I'm actually kind of a rule follower. Like Derek kind of bends rules, which I really appreciate about him. He's different from me in that way, and I think it's good and needed. But I'm kind of a rule follower, but that day I just didn't care. I walked straight down, and I sat down at that piano, and I played this song and these chords over and over again for an hour, and no one came in. It was like my own private concert hall, you know, and I believe in God, and I just kind of believe that's how he met me that day, and that's how I needed to grieve. And I went to my friend Kate's house, and I told her, I was like, Kate, I think I'm supposed to finish this song today. And she said, okay. Like, I showed her the chorus, and she said, well, what'd you do? And I told her my experience, and she said, you have to write about that. And so the second verse is, I played you a song where I didn't belong. It rang off the walls through the steeple halls. And it's just about how grief, you know, doesn't really ask permission. It shows up, it comes in waves, and then we kind of have to learn how to respond and how to work through it. And then joy, obviously, is working through grief, and also the same, on the flip side, also working through peace in the process of losing someone. So it's going to get really heavy. We're going to play these songs for you, and everyone here looks really nice. So I'm sure that if you want to cry, like nobody would think you're weird. Guys, if you want to cry, the girls next to you will probably think you're extra sensitive, so that's probably a bonus. She'll probably want to date you longer. So, no, just kidding. I love it when Reed cries. He's cried 9 times since I've known him. I count them. So, it's good. I kind of feel bad because he starts crying, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. He's crying. But he's crying. He's obviously upset. So. I love you. Anyways, this is Roll Over Me, enjoy. Sometimes I'm okay, sometimes you get away, and when I think of you, will it go gray or blue? It comes in waves, so roll over me. I'll just sing down to the bottom of the sea. I'll just be Didn't you belong? like a wind, attending my way. When sorrows like sea,